some of the things that we do is at the end of the weekend, we do a weekend recap. I'll go down, I'll put all the players down. I'll put what did they do great, what do they need to focus on, and how was their attitude. And I'll write that down about every single player. So at the end of an 8-week window of time, I have a really good journal on every single kid. So now when I have the exit meeting or the year-ending meeting with them, we can talk about, some of the things that they need to work on, some of the things that they did really well this season. Here are some, how is their attitude? All the things that you can do to help them, because remember, they're on your team now, but they're going to be on somebody else's team later, whether they're trying to make their middle school team or they're trying to make a travel team or they're trying to make their high school team. All the information and feedback that you can give them as athletes is so valuable. So by doing that, it really helps. Then we bring them in at the end of the season. We set up a time. They come in for 30 minutes with their parents, and we not only give them feedback, but we always ask for feedback. What would you have done differently if you were the coach? How did the coaching staff do? Did you like the tournaments that we were in? What can we improve on? So if you have 300 kids in your organization, that's a lot of good, valuable feedback if you're hearing some of the same things over and over again that you can do to help your organization. So I highly recommend journaling at the end of the weekend, because if you wait till the end of the 8 weeks and now you're like, oh man, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? Instead, you pull out the information that you've written down. Some of you may have game changers, so you have all the stats. Some of you may have the old school books to keep kind of track of what's going on. But I just found it very useful because it might only take 15 minutes on a Monday morning to kind of recap the weekend, because what we could do better, what I can do better as a coach. And also that helps me design my practice plan for the week. What do we need to focus on as a team? So those are some great things. And the exit interviews, the parents really appreciate that. The kids really appreciate that, because now you're giving them good feedback to help them build on what they can do to develop and get better for next season.
That's perfect. That's perfect. I love doing it. And for all the reasons that Duke just mentioned, you get to go over each player, what they do well, what they struggled with, what are some areas of improvement that they need to focus on before the following season. And, I think it's super beneficial. Just like Duke said, the parents appreciate it, the kids appreciate it, and it gets them fired up. It gets them excited for the next year because, for me, my 15U elite team, half the kids are going to play football right now. The season's over and they're in summer practice already for football. So it kind of puts closure on the season. It gets them ready for the following season. And, it lets them know that we were really organized and really keeping a close eye on their development throughout the year.